Hey, Conceptual BJJ back here with another video. We got arm drag details in this video. So we're gonna learn how to arm drag from guard and the details to get the arm drag, different setups you can go off of. This is great if you wanna arm drag going from offense, but also from a defensive aspect to counter passing attempts as well. So we'll show that in this video. So some of the first few details here is usually I do this from open or sitting guard. When you're grip fighting here. So when we're here and an open guard, see I'll be on this hip so you guys can see. One thing I can do is control John's hands. I like to control with thumb down. For this one, for an arm drag, you can do 2-on-1s with thumbs up, but I like for this specific arm drag, thumb down. What I'm gonna do is make sure that his hand crosses my center line. So if I pull him here, it just sets up an underhook from here, or if I want an overhook, I guess you can play that game. But for this specific technique, we're gonna take this across our center line. So we want this to go to this side of our chest. I'm gonna reach up and grab behind his armpit. The reason that I'm grabbing behind the armpit is so that I can control more of his body and have a better grip. If I go here, if John posts back, like a lot of times he'll lean back. So if you just lean back, see, like I can't go with him. And my grip's kind of sliding off. So when I grab above the armpit, and I'm also pulling this grip too, so when he pulls back, he pulls me with him. So as John leans back, like you lean back hard, it pulls me with him. So I can either take the back from here, where if I come in, I can step around and take the back here, right? Or I have the option of coming up into a double leg, or just basically like a knee tap kind of takedown. So I'm here, if John leans back hard, boom, I tap his knee, and I can knee tap him here. This is gonna be really important for especially smaller guys doing this to larger opponents. So when I grab here, a lot of times it'll be hard because I'm gonna try to pull him. So I'm gonna try to pull him to the mat here. So I get my shoulder tight to his shoulder, and I'm gonna try to pull him to the mat. This is the best case scenario. A lot of guys that are smaller, that might not happen. What happens is I'm gonna scoot my hip out. So a quick detail that I like to use is sometimes I stiff arm with this hand, and now I can't get this grip. So a lot of times I like to fight this grip a little bit, and when I go for it, I'm gonna shift my hip to this side. So now if he tries to post with that hand, it's hard, his weight's already down. So when I hit this, I'm gonna move my hip out to the side as I drag this and I look to the mat. Another key detail that I do, a lot of people, they go with their ear to the shoulder. They'll go here like this. But I have to be careful because we have to pay attention to our opponent's reactions, right? So John can re-drag me if I let go of his hand. So when I let go to move my hip to drag him, if I go to the ear with my head and nothing's blocking him from going around, so he can go over here, he can step over my knee and re-drag me and take my back. Be aware that that's an option for him. So something I like to do to avoid that is when I switch my hip, when I let go of this and I'm dragging him, if you put this hand on the floor to drag him, I want my head to be into his temple here. It kind of slows him down and blocks him. Like this. So if John goes to re-drag me or face me, it's really hard. And this is gonna just be for a second. So I'm gonna put my head into his temple, and then I'm gonna turn my body down. So when you do this move in reality, it's a quick hip switch. So I'm gonna go here. As soon as I pass this off center line, I get this grip. I'm gonna do this really fast. I'm gonna put this hand on the mat. I'm gonna put my head to his temple, and I'm gonna squish my hip like this. And so what I want to do is have this butterfly hook. This knee is out from his hip line. If I don't, he can jump over or step over like this and start to pass my guard. So I'm going to keep this here. I'm going to open my elbow and turn my shoulders and my chest down to the mat like this. When I get to this position and I start to drag him, I shift my hips out, this is really important. A lot of guys will be here with their chest up or here. If John postures up, I can stay attached to him for a little bit, but he's already gonna escape this position as he's posturing, right? So what I wanna do is try to turn towards the ground and put my chest blocking his shoulder so he can't get his arm back. So I'm leaning like all my weight down on his chest. I'm trying to drive his weight down, and my chest is blocking so he can't get his arm back. So when I hit this drag, I'm reaching for the far hip with this hand to keep me connected. And I'm gonna turn, bringing my right elbow here back to my ribs so I can help turn. Here like this, and I'm leaning my chest on his back. So John tries to pull his arm back. It's really hard. My whole body's attached to it. Now I'm gonna take my bottom leg and do a technical stand-up where I bring this foot out. If you stand up for a second. So I'm just gonna do this with my legs. Here, I'm gonna make an X to where this is on the outside so I can stand up now. So here, I reach across, I grab the hip. I'm turning down to the mat. Sometimes I usually use this elbow. If he's posting on the mat, I can use this elbow to help pry his arm out to break his base. That's even better if you can get that. You're not always gonna get that, but I'm still gonna close my elbow. I'm gonna put weight down here. So now John tries to take his arm out, it's really hard. And now I do a technical stand up here like this. I wanna go behind his arm here, and then go to this position here. And to do the full back take, I'm gonna open up this space with his arm, sit through here, and then get my hooks. John reaches out, I get thumb down grip, bring this across my body. Grab his armpit. I'm gonna shift my hips. You can do this if you can do it by stepping your leg out. You can do it by posting on the mat, however you like to do it. I'm gonna shift my hips out to give him space to fall. If I pull him straight into me, nothing happens. But if I move my hips out, now there's room for him to fall. Now I'm gonna put my chest behind his shoulder, grab his hip and lean. I'm leaning all my weight. See how I'm leaning my weight down? This is a big difference. A lot of people will hold on like this and he's gonna get out, right? It's hard for me to get up, and it's hard for me to take his back, and easier for him to escape. So I'm gonna turn my chest down to the mat. Keep this knee out to where it's blocking his hip. I'm gonna take this foot out, come up, and now this arm goes under so I can block, right? I'm gonna lock my grip here and do what's called like a gut wrench. So this elbow drives down, this elbow drives up. And I'm putting pressure with my top shoulder down. I'm gonna circle him down to the mat like this. Put my foot over, and now you have your hooks. You can get the back control here. All right, guys, so these are like some of the advanced basics, I guess, of the arm drag that I like to implement. Make sure that you're grabbing an armpit, shifting your hips out to give him room to fall, helps you rotate. And make sure, most importantly, you're putting your chest on his shoulder, leaning your weight on that arm, grabbing that far hip. That'll help you get up and also help you have a higher percentage of taking the back. Sometimes they'll automatically turn to guard and you won't get the back, but at least you get the sweep. Play with these details. Let me know how it goes for you. We'll see you guys soon. Y'all take care. Have a great day.